What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Reckless here once again, back here in the Central Valley once again. I'm here to interview another legend from this area, a big pioneer for the Central Valley rap career music. I said that shit wrong, but you know what I'm trying to say. I got the homie Sonny Boy Lokzter here with us today. What's going on, bro?
What up?
Not much, bro. Fucking good to see you again. It's not our first time meeting.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so tell us, I want to get to the very like basics of your career. Tell us how you got started.
I actually got started because I used to rap other people's songs.
Okay.
So this dude heard me and he was like, "Hey man, you should write your own songs." And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Hey man, well I got a crew. I rap, my cousin raps, whatever. We got a group." And I was like, "Oh damn, for real?" He's like, "Yeah, we could start a group, me and you." And I'm like, "All right, let's do it then."
Yeah.
I go to the room, I fucking write. It just came to me, I guess.
Yeah.
I wrote a verse. Next time I seen him, I'm like, "Hey man, we're gonna do that or what?" I was like, "I wrote a verse," and he was like, "What?" "Oh no, I was lying, man." I was like, "You fucking serious?" But I guess it benefited me because after that I seen I could write, so I started writing. I was a little ass kid, like 14.
Okay. So where chances were like a prank becomes an actual, like, you know, good thing? It's like, oh, you motivated, you got me to my career, right? You got me in my bag and shit.
And then from there it just went on. I met Criminal, and he was doing his thing out of Tulare County. He was doing his thing, and there were Northside Records and Tapes in Visalia. They were doing shows and all that, so I got put on right there. And from there, it just kept on going. We used to go to Lindsay, DJ Chewy, and Bam over there. They were old school. They had all the right. Back in the 90s, you know, early 90s. So they had the turntable, scratching. They would record. Yeah. They recorded us on cassette. We would run it over to the. There was a radio station that in the day it was Spanish, and at night it would turn into oldies. And that's where they would promote like a lot of those concerts from Northside Records and Tapes. So we would go over there and put on the cassette of our whatever we recorded. You know what I'm saying? It was all right. It wasn't all that. If I heard it now, I'm like, fuck, it's junk, you know?
Yeah. And how was forgetting your name? Like, how'd you get your name?
Because everybody just knows me as Sonny. So it was just Sonny Boy. You know what I'm saying? From the hood, just Sonny Boy. And then because we used to make cassettes, and the way we used to make them, we would because there was really nowhere to get them graphics, get them pressed, whatever. So we would take a picture, and then we would get like these little scratch on things and then put the names, the wording on there, and then we would make color copies from there. So we're making cassettes like that.
Okay.
And I had one, and then I left it right there with Criminal, so he was putting the wording in. And when I got there, he had Sonny Boy Lokzter on there, so it just stuck. And I was like, oh shit, Sonny Boy Lokzter, all right. And it just stuck.
Yeah, so he kind of like gave you that part of the name.
Yeah, he put the Lokzter on it. That's
cool. And how was the process of making your first like album or your first songs? Like, can you tell me how that was? Like when you first, after you knew you could write and now you're motivated to do, you hit up getting me like, so what? How was that like?
They had to do my songs with beats and all that. Yeah, that's when
kind of bars and all that. And
yeah, it was cool. That's when we started doing those shows, but we would just rap to like instrumentals. He'll play the record right here. But then later on, I bought a keyboard, and then I started making little beats. He bought a keyboard on his end. He started making beats. We'll just make beats for each other, because there was really no beat makers either back then.
Oh, okay.
And then a lot of sampling, you know, shit like that. And then I bought a 4-track, so that's when it really got busy right there.
Yeah. Wow.
And then it just went off from the 4-track. You go digital, you know. And then after that, I got busted, and I just stopped. I stopped for a good while.
Yeah. And then like when you got back, like how was the scene? Was it all, how different was it from when you started?
From when I made from Rock and Roll Gangster to Street Terror, it wasn't too much of a change. It wasn't too much of a change, but now it's a big change where you gotta keep up with these youngsters, you know, because they come tight.
Yeah, and the streaming service is a whole different monster to get into, and getting all that down. Like, what's like your like most like favorite project that you put out so far in your career? You put out a couple projects, or been a part of a lot of them.
This one right now, this new one I'm coming out with, that's my favorite. hooks, like, because I already know I'm at the end, but
Mm-hmm.
the beats are pretty knocking, and I went old school with it, like the way I used to, because like nowadays everybody does a solo, but they put so much features on it that it takes the solo out of the solo. You know what I'm saying?
That is very true.
So yeah, I went old school with it. So it's about what 75% of just Sonny Boy Lokzter. You know, I'm on a lot of hooks, a lot of the verses. I have a few features, but not too many. So but this next one, I'm gonna put another one out after this, because I had so many songs already. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put two out. So this next one I'm gonna put out, that one's gonna have a lot of features. So it's not gonna be so much of a solo project, you know?
Yeah. Okay. And getting started in music, like I can understand, because I was just getting in here. I was trying to see if there was a target around the area. I had to go all the way like 3 cities down and find that fucking target. So imagine getting started in music, trying to like make beats and all, like, get beats and stuff. Did like making beats yourself like come from that? Like there's no one around? Or?
Exactly. That's where it came from, because there was hardly anybody around. There was no emails.
Yeah.
There was no social media. It was just all word of ear, you know, fucking word of mouth.
So you had to communicate. You had to actually go out and meet people.
Yeah, you go meet people, and you're like, hey man, I make beats, or hey, I DJ, you know. It was like that, and so yeah, I would just make my own. That's where it came from. Then later on, more and more people started making beats, being rappers and all that in the area. So so it grew pretty big in the 559. So, and then go to Fresno, then there, and they had people that made graphics, and then homies started becoming graphic artists, and now there's quite a few, you know, talented ones.
And how is it nowadays? Like, what are those new artists that you like are looking at, like, not thinking that, oh, these guys have some shit that's gonna crack soon or something? You know?
Oh yeah, like that GB and Merced. Okay. He's tight. Well, of course, Casper Lokes. He's old school though, but he gets busy. What is it, Cinco?
Making some noise.
Yeah, all that Nord records, you know, they're that's what slaps. Then I got a couple. I got my nephew right here. He's more in that style, that era, you know. He's gonna come up soon. And then Travi, he's from the town, and he got that same style, that newer style that they're pretty tight. That's what keeps me going, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I remember growing up, I came to listen to your music a lot, and I was like really like obsessed with the Central Valley, because I had no, like, there's so many like rappers in the Bay that make music, LA, but then I never thought about the scene in Central Valley. And then when I heard your music, Nimi's music, introduced me to so many different artists, I was like, holy shit, there's so many people. And there's like a movement going on during those times, like early 2000s and shit. You know what I mean? Like, how is it like now compared to that? Like, you think like it's in a good place now, or do you think it was better back then, or some shit?
You know what?
There's a lot of unification.
Yeah, it goes both ways, you know, because you got social media now. There's more ways to collab, but back then it's the footwork. You go out there, car shows, go out to the stores, actually meet the people in the mom and pop stores. Hey, I'm selling this CD. Like, you actually, you know, talk to them. Hey man, you want to buy some? Yeah, shoot me for you. You actually get a relationship with those people, you know. Like a big part too was No Love Perico. I think Smokey Loco mentioned him. He was a big part of it, because like one of the homies was like, hey, No Love trying to get a hold of you. I went to buy some albums. I'm like, okay. And then he came through, he bought some. I was like, or maybe I mailed some, I forgot how it was. Then he actually came over, you know. Ever since then we've been cool, and he was a big part of that movement, because he was getting that music around, man. Like, nobody has ever bought CDs off of me like that, and he was out there getting them off.
Yeah, well, he was like one of the biggest like supporters of the music, so he had the biggest platform for anyone to have their CDs sold.
And he had that homeboyrap.com, and
exactly, that's where I bought most of my CDs. That's where I bought your CDs at, you know.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for that place, I would have never been able to get it.
That's
a long trip, and I was like 14, so I was like, there's no way I'm driving out here to get it. So what's the best kind of like advice you would give somebody coming into music? You know what I mean, giving your extended experience in it, and, you know, being in the trenches and doing all that.
Man, just keep it real, man. Just stay in your lane. Just do it. Don't wait for nobody. Like, if you feel like you got that talent, and you feel like you got it, like if you got the money, buy a studio. You do it, you know.
Yeah.
Or if not, find somebody where you can record comfortable and do your thing, and just don't wait for nobody. Make your own appointment. Be like, hey man, can you get me in? Do you know where I can find some beats? You know, just search yourself, you know.
Yeah.
If you can't make beats, make them yourself. If, you know, just don't wait for nobody, because ain't nobody's gonna be like, come on man. I mean, some people, there's still good people here,
yeah,
you know, pull you up, but a lot of times, like, everybody's so busy with themselves anyways, you know what I'm saying? So you got to do it yourself.
That's true. And what's the best advice you've been given in the music?
Oh man, just back then was just like the hustle to go out there, like, hey man, like, go out there and to go to stores, do that footwork. That was the advice I got back then.
That's good. And then like I also want to go back to the other question. I want to know, like with all the people that have been around the Central Valley, like, are you still cool with a lot of the people, like Criminal? I know, of course, Criminal, but like Baby Boy N and like PBC and all those people.
Oh yeah, yeah. You grow a bond with them. Like Baby Boy N, he's out the game.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's not rapping no more and all that, but I was like, if I see him, what's up, you know, all love. And Cisco, PBC, yeah, I actually because when I recorded this album, I wanted to spread the love, so like people in the area, so I recorded songs there. I recorded with Little E and Ridley. I recorded with Yapper. I recorded a lot right there with Yapper. He got it down right there. Cisco, and so yeah, I still talk to Cisco like that.
Good shit.
Like, you just build relationships. It's like you grow up together, kind of, you know. Even though I live over here, they live over there, but they grew up together.
Yeah, they brought the same like generation of rappers during that era of rap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me your top 5 favorite rappers.
Top
your top 5 list.
Okay. Shit, Tupac for sure, man. Shoot, Tupac.
On there.
Can I say, like, as far as Tupac, I always was on MC8.
MC8,
like,
okay.
I go to old school, you know, like
got to.
MC8, and then what else was it? Oh, it's of course like Too Short.
Short Dog in the House.
Yeah. Shit, I'm blank right now.
A lot of people get blank. It's like
but like local rappers, there's a few local rappers
like who?
That I'll fucking fuck with. Yapper and them, Beast Mode, they're doing their thing. Like GB from Merced, he's doing his thing. They're always putting out visuals, you know, shit like that. Shit, man, I can't think. But I know once I leave, I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have said
it's all
this
good.
and
We'll
this
keep it
and
to
that.
that little list. It's a nice little list you got so far and shit, you know what I mean? Here's a good question I actually had very curious about growing up. The song you did, No Scarpas Allowed, with Criminal, like, that was like one of your biggest songs, like, you know, that you've done with them, you know what I mean? Or in general that you've done. I know a lot of people, even where I'm from in Gilwood, that's been bumped everywhere when I was growing up in high school. Everyone was like, you playing that song and shit. And like, did you ever get any like backlash or any response from any of the people you like dissed on that song? Or like, was it just like, you know, like whatever, like, you know, happened?
No, I never heard anything. Like, nobody came back with the diss or anything. Yeah, and then nobody ever said shit. I just heard nothing but good feedback, you know. Like you said, like people out of the area too, like, oh shit, that shit was a slapper right there.
Yeah, that surprised you, or like? Yeah.
And that one, I made that beat. I think Criminal revised it, like he added shit to it, and we came through with that song. It was just that was going on at the time, you know, so it was just funk like that, so we just threw it out there.
Hell yeah, dude. And right now, are you working on any new projects?
Yeah, I got the new one, Valley Veteran.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, just touching it up. It's all done, but just touching it up right now.
Okay, what can we expect by, you know, a little like approximate date?
I would say about May.
Okay.
already got the artwork. Little Milo, he's finishing up the artwork. I think he just got like one more thing to do, and I think I need about a couple hooks done, and then just touch-ups. But yeah, about May, I'm gonna start taking pre-orders soon too.
Okay, hell yeah, dude. And down in the description below, it's gonna be a link to where you can check out his channel and stuff, and you can see where the album can be streamed and all that. So make sure you check that out as well. So anything else you want to add to the people out there at all, bro? Any shout outs or anything?
Just shout out to the fans, you know, the ones that I never knew I had such a big fan base, you know, until like people reach out to me and like, hey, I grew up on your music and all that. But yeah, just shout out to everybody out there just rapping, doing their thing. You know, if you're rapping, doing graphics, whatever you're doing in producing, you know, just keep doing your thing.
Hell yeah, dude. And with that, that's a wrap for the interview. I'd like to thank my guests for coming through, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more interviews from me, more content. And make sure you check again down in the description, check out where you can get his music at, and you can pre-order and save the new project coming soon. And with that, we out this bitch.